What's up guys, Phoenix here. This video we're going to be talking about another new card spoiled for release in the OCG, this time out of a new Duelist Pack that they've announced. Duelist Pack 17 or Duelist Pack Pharaoh's Memories. Now this is either being released to just further capitalize on the hype and attention that the new Yu-Gi-Oh movie is, generating in Japan, or as just another outlet for them to produce cards that have never been made for us that were from the original Yu-Gi-Oh anime series, from Yu-Gi-Oh to Yu-Gi-Oh GX, and even some 5Ds cards could potentially fall into this area. But this one is more than likely just going to be strictly original Yu-Gi-Oh series cards that we never actually got in the 10 to 15 years since they were actually shown in the show. Now this one's pretty ridiculous. If you thought that Konami was going to take this time to actually water down the effects of all these new cards that were really broken in the anime and give them potential drawbacks and stuff, well, congratulations, because got him. That's definitely not what's happening today. Konami has definitely not done anything of that sort. They've definitely watered this card down, only in the aspect of they've given it a cost. But honestly, this card is still absolutely ridiculous. There are a lot of people in the community right now that are really up in arms about this card. It's gathering a lot of attention in the community because of just kind of how outrageous this card is. This is something that they consider to be printable as an actual physical card, and I don't even believe the card had a cost in the anime or not. But it's basically the exact anime effect of this card, and it's actually just really, really ridiculous that this would be something that they would consider printing. But the card in question is Lullaby of Obedience. Now this card is most noted for its use in the Battle City arc. In fact, I think it's the only time it was used in the show. It was used during the Seto Kaiba Yamayugi duel, where Kaiba played this card and it said, I get to call a card name, and if you have it in your deck, I get to add it to my hand. And that's basically what this card does. Only with some slight variation. But anyway, this card's effect: Lullaby of Obedience, normal spell card. Pay 2,000 life points for cost, then declare one monster name. Your opponent looks through their deck, and if they have the declared card, they reveal one of them and apply one of these effects. They either add the card to your hand, or they special summon that monster to your field in attack position, ignoring its summoning conditions. Seems pretty alright to me, hey? That seems pretty good to me, huh? Jesus Christ. Pay 2,000 life, call a card, call a monster, and if your opponent has it in their deck, it either goes to your field or it goes to your hand. Now, I'm very, very glad that they actually get to choose which effect is applied, of whether or not it goes to your hand or goes to your field, because I believe the original anime effect of the card was it just went to your hand. And if that's the case, this would be just a card that you could just immediately play and just be like, alright, I'm going to pay 2,000 life, and I'm going to call Max C, or Effect Veiler, and I'm going to add that card from your deck to my hand. Your hand trap is now mine. But because there's an option to special summon it to the field, ignoring its summoning conditions and all that sort of nonsense, your opponent actually has the option of just not letting it go to your hand. So there is that. So it makes it to where you can't steal hand traps with it. But this card is absolutely ridiculous in the aspect of any mirror match or something like that, or even just not even mirror matches. Right now against Cosmos, I'd play this. Even in the Cosmo mirror match, or maybe Pendulum versus Cosmo, I'd just call this, I'd activate this, and I'd call Dark Destroyer. Or Dark Lady. And that card either goes to my hand or it gets special summoned in attack position. Now obviously this has the most favorable interactions in the mirror match of all things, because honestly if they put it in your hand it's going to be dead there. But still, this card's absolutely ridiculous in the fact that you just declare a card name, your opponent has to give it to you. 2,000 life points is a cost, yes, but life points aren't a resource. That's the thing. If Konami should have learned anything over these past 2 to 3 years with the whole Soul Charge thing, with this entire Solemn thing with Guiding Ariadne that we've been doing, every single thing that they print, life points are not a resource. Life points are just something that we have, and if we're able to use cards and pay life, but also put us in a winning position, that's not a resource. That's not something we have to worry about, because yes, we're paying life, but we are winning the game. That's something that you don't have to be a rocket scientist or a brain surgeon to understand, is that life points aren't a physical resource. We shouldn't be treating it as they're a resource. But all these cards that Konami's printing, they just print it and there's oh, this card's too insane, let's put a cost on it of a couple thousand life or something like that. No, that's not how it works. Life points aren't a resource. This card should have definitely been watered down a lot more than it was. The fact that the card even is printable in this like form is, I find it ridiculous. Like, as a card company, your R&D should be able to identify this. This card is in no means like fair. This card is not fair at all. Like, in the Pendulum mirror match, like, I'll just activate this card and I'll call Luster. It's mine now. I'll overlay with it. I'll keep it there. No Luster for you, or I'll just make my Ignister. This is ridiculous. Oh my god, call Pendulum Sorcerer. Jesus Christ. Like, this card is amazing for mirror matches, but it's so degenerate and it's so like unhealthy for the game. This card is ridiculous. There's a lot of people in the community that either really angry about this card or really love this card. But like the people that love this card are the ones that are just like, yeah, I'm gonna dick people over, woohoo. Like, come on now. This is not okay. It's just not okay. Like, the fact that this card just says, yo, your card, it's mine now. You cannot explain to me in any way that this card is healthy and not degenerate in any way, shape, or form. Thank God it only declares monster names. If you could add any card in your opponent's deck to your hand, like, whoa. Whoa. Let's not get too hasty here. But this card was watered down from its anime effect, yes, in the form that it makes it to where you cannot add like hand traps and things like that. But it still was 100% not okay. It's in no way, shape, or form a decent card in terms of not being degenerate and not promoting unhealthy interactions in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! But anyway, that's my own 2 cents about this card. This card is absolutely freaking me out because the biggest thing is not how bad this card is for the game that's getting me. The thing is how, as a company that claims to have a reputable R&D staff that tests these things, how do you physically say that printing a card that lets you just look through your opponent's deck and take a card from it and add it to your hand or put it on your board is healthy? Yes, you don't physically get to do the looking, but you should have a very, very distinct idea of what's in your opponent's deck because every single deck is very archetype or mechanic based. Like, I just don't believe that this was something that someone sat down and said, yes, this will do. This is okay. But anyway, as much as I would love to keep rambling on about how much this actually just terrifies me that a company would make a decision to print a card like this, like, I thought Card of Demise was like a pretty like bad and degenerately designed thing because it just makes all the Floodgate decks like benefit from it, and it doesn't actually promote like good, healthy, like, I'm gonna play against you Yu-Gi-Oh! Like decks actually like do well. Like, I thought that was kind of suspect, but then this, as much as I could actually just sit here and keep ranting about this, I'm actually just going to not. I'm going to end the video here. So I want to know what you guys think about this card in the comments down below. This card is not okay, in my very, very humble opinion. This card is not okay. This card is going to be causing some problems, and I would honestly not be surprised if this card saw tons of play and then potentially got put on the Forbidden Limited list. I would not be surprised at all because it's not okay. Literally every deck has access to it, and it's great for mirror matches. It's very degenerate in mirror matches. Ugh. Doesn't even negate the effect of the monster when it summons to your side of the field, so you're... Jesus Christ, what a choice, eh? Give it to me so I can use it, or give it to me so I can use it. Damn. Damn, son. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this card in the comments down below, as I've already said. Other than that, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to all the nonsense you usually do. Link is in the description to the English proxy of this card. If for some fucking reason you want to play with this card and be like a dirtbag, like, Jesus Christ, if you play with this card, I expect you to hand your opponent a proxy as well. If you want to play test this card with friends, you hand them proxies as well. You see how degenerate this card is. You do it as a pair. Very, very much so. But other than that, if you want to support me, clicking ads on my videos and disabling ad block when you view my videos is the most, like, sufficient thing. It's the best way to support me, and it keeps me motivated to keep making more of these videos. If you like the variety of my content, like the videos I make, all that sort of nonsense, and you want to ensure that I keep making them for the indefinite future, then you know what to do. Clicking ads just, it really helps me out, helps me make money. No reason to lie about that, and I'd be greatly appreciative of you if that's something you take the few seconds out of your day to do to help me out. But other than that, that's all for this video. I didn't think I was going to get, like, extremely, like, triggered today by reading a Yu-Gi-Oh card, but, I mean, Konami, you've outdone yourself again. I didn't think it was possible, but you've outdone yourself again. As always, guys, take care.